Hi, this is AJ and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do something that's a little different from what I've seen on most channels, but I've had a conversation with some friends of mine and we've noticed that some subscribers have asked how to approach children about what we're doing. And I realized that I really haven't had a conversation with my children about prepping. We just adapted it to our lifestyles and they just followed suit. They enjoy a lot of the things that we do and they just ask questions and we answer them. So I decided that unscripted, and this may not be a good idea, but we're going to try it anyway. We're just going to sit down and have a little conversation in front of you. My children do not know exactly what we're talking about. They just know Mommy's going to do a video and they're going to be involved. So I'm going to step away for a minute. You call them in, and welcome to my kitchen and welcome to our conversation. This is my son Ryan. He's 13. This is my son Alex. He's 8. And I asked you all to come and sit down and be in a video with me today so that we can talk about prepping. And I know that you guys realize that Mommy and Daddy have been prepping for something and doing something called prepping, and you've heard the term, but we've never really had a conversation about it.
Exactly.
And some people have asked how to talk about prepping with their children. And since we just kind of did it and we haven't had a conversation, I thought it would be a good idea for us to have our first conversation in front of everybody, and then they can see how we did it. Do you guys think that would be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, Mommy looked up the word prepping on the internet. You know how to Google, right?
Yes.
You know how to Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the first thing that always pops up when we Google something is a definition, right? Usually from Webster or, oh, what's
Wikipedia.
the Wikipedia. There you go. Thank you. See, I have such smart little boys. Well, guess what? Prepping did not come up with a definition. There's no definition for the word prepping except for the ones that people have just adapted to. There is a site called prepping.org. Now, they had a definition, but it didn't come out of the dictionary. It was just one that they adapted.
I have dictionary at school.
I know, but prepping is not in it. And I agree with what they said. It was a good definition. My definition of prepping is preparing for something. You know that I prep every day for you guys to go to school.
No.
Yeah, I do. I get your clothes ready.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I get your clothes ready, get your book bags ready. Make sure you got your
Actually,
homework.
you do that at night. You get up before.
Right, I prep the night before for the next day. That's prepping. So that's not scary at all, right?
Mm-mm.
That's kind of normal, right? And if you're going to be in a conversation, you've got to say things out loud. So whatever you're saying with your lips, you need to ask me openly.
Can I say something?
If you say it out loud,
I thought prepping, the definition was preparing for future circumstances.
that's what I just said, right? Isn't it preparing tonight for tomorrow? Isn't tomorrow the future?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we're going to go out to eat,
Like at Wild Horse that we did last night.
we went to Wild Horse last night. Where was I?
The night before.
There again. Where was I? Oh, for Papa's 80th birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, Mommy prepped. Mommy made sure that I had money to pay for it, or we would have been there, and if we weren't prepped, we wouldn't have been able to eat. I had to do dishes. or sang for our supper.
You didn't have to do dishes. We went out to eat.
You got a point. So, do you guys have questions about what we've been doing?
Yes.
What?
How often do you talk to Zion?
Mommy talks to Zion about every night. You like Zion, don't you?
Yeah, he a nice guy.
Zion Prepper is one of Mommy's good friends. You just couldn't wait, could you?
Mm-mm.
Have to bring him up, huh?
Can we show him the book?
If you would like to. Nope, don't go any closer. Well, yeah,
So they
okay.
can see the words.
Okay, I just didn't know if you could see the screen. That book was written by a friend of mine named Zion Prepper. It's called The Prepper's Handbook. Now, I have read it, and the only reason why I brought it into the room with me today was to ask you if you might want to read it. Because you like Zion so much. Okay, honey, bring the book back to Mommy. Thank you. Since you like Zion so much, I thought maybe that would help you understand a little bit about what Zion thinks is important about prepping. Because if you know that Mommy and Daddy are doing something about prepping, and somebody else they know is, and you know what they're prepping, then maybe you'll understand it a little bit better.
There is exactly 84 pages.
Are you sure?
Yep, that's what it said.
Let me check. Oh, you're good. See?
I'd like to say something
It's
else.
a short book.
At school, we have these books, they're survivalist books. And in the Marine Corps and stuff, they teach younger generations how to prep.
In the Marine Corps,
Special Forces
I don't
and
think they have
Rangers
younger generations in the Marine Corps.
teaching us.
I'm pretty
We are
sure
the younger
it's,
generation.
yeah, I understand that, but I'm pretty sure it's all adults in the Marine Corps.
Yes.
So how do they teach younger generations in the Marine Corps?
With the books.
Oh, so there are books written by the Marine Corps.
Mhm.
Okay, now I understand. See, sometimes you don't understand, so we should have more of these little conversations. And sometimes I don't understand, so you need to be more descriptive. Do you read these books
At school.
in the library?
Mhm.
Do they teach you what?
They teach you pretty much what they do in everyday situations. Their training out in the field, was recent wars, equipment they use, how much it weighs.
And you think that that's good prepping ideas?
Mhm.
Why do you think we prep?
So if something happens, we're ready for it.
Something like what?
Like an apocalypse, like apocalyptic wasteland occurs.
I was afraid of that. You hold that thought. And why do you think we prep for?
To prepare for an earthquake or a meteor shower.
Very good. I'm sorry, but you are correct in this situation. We aren't prepping for any apocalypse or the end of the world or any doomsday. Those are things that are all dreamt up.
A
Hold on.
meteor shower is kind of a doomsday.
Well, it could be. I mean, there could be a bad thing happen, but those are all things that are dreamt up by television and media and people that want to make people like us look bad. That's right. We are prepping because we want to make sure that we are safe if something bad happens.
Like a tornado.
A tornado.
Hurricane.
Well,
We're in the hills.
that would be something bad, but that's nothing that's going to reach us
There's a
geographically.
tornado. Oh yeah, that's when hot and cold chases each
Yeah,
other
and
around and around.
that could reach us.
Mhm.